Chewy, the best flavor that I've had. 20 milligrams.
Interesting. We're both vaping right now. We're both vaping the best flavors we've ever had. Like this churro, this shit is so good.
What do you have?
Churro. It's like
Churro?
yeah, you know what a churro is,
Come
right?
on.
Yeah.
You're talking about churros that you eat?
Yep, 100%. That's the flavor it is.
Don't tell me it tastes like churros.
It's amazing. It's so fucking good.
Bro, what brand?
It's
Because you know what I spent? You know it's about $15 to $20 a bottle.
for how many milliliters? Or yeah.
About. I would say for what do I have?
This bottle's 120.
States?
I'm in Costa Rica. I'm in Central America.
Ah, you fucker.
Yeah. It's nice.
So okay. So I'm gonna compare to you from what I bought from Amazon. So you're saying what 20 milliliters?
This is 120 milliliters.
Yeah. Okay. And you paid what 50?
Let me see. Okay. So if
Roughly.
what's like hey let me ask Siri. Hey Siri.
Oh wait. How?
18,000 colones in US dollars.
18,000 Costa Rican colones is $28.22.
28.22 for 120 milliliters.
28. So 120. Which okay. That's about what I paid for, but I went for 60 milligrams. So currently, I'm still working on the going from 20 to 10 to 6 to 3.
Holy.
I think.
Bro, I just caught this huge ass bass, man. You should download this game, Fishing Planet. It's good.
Bro, I have so many bottles of different flavors here.
Yeah.
That I just want to give to people because for me they taste like shit.
Oh, you don't like them?
If you went into a store, you have no idea what you're fucking buying. You don't know what it's gonna taste like.
Yeah.
You have no fucking idea. And for me, in my local store at my small that you can only get into by airplane or ferry.
Yeah.
And this is no joke. You cannot take a car and drive to my town.
Yeah, I looked it up. I saw it on a map. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Ferry. Well, no, look it up.
Yeah, I did.
I'll be totally honest.
You're living out in the
River.
sticks, man. It's nice.
No, it's in Canada.
But it's north of Washington, right? Like directly north of Washington.
Powell space river.
River.
Yeah. So it's on the coast, but we have no land bridge, nothing.
Nothing.
So you can go to the peninsula, which is Seashell and a couple of different Gibson, Seashell, which will then permit you to take another ferry to get to Vancouver. Or you can take a ferry from Powell River, if you're looking at it right now on Google Maps. And you can take a ferry to Comox, which is on Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
And then you can drive up and down Vancouver Island. But we are a secluded. We call it a land island. Because literally you cannot get here if you don't have a boat or a plane.
Yeah, I saw there was a peninsula, but there's it's very close to another part of land,
correct.
But there's a river that separates it, right?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah.
So the peninsula will go from probably, I would say, Langdale to Gibson. And then from Gibson, you'll get a ferry from the Gibson terminal to Powell River. So if you look at it for American people that are listening currently, I don't know how many, I'm on your stream looking at you and on Twitch, but I'm not on.
Yeah, we're chilling. We just started
Discord. Let me go on Discord. Let me go on Discord for you, and I want to go on your. I know I'm following you. So give me a couple of seconds.
Yeah, you're good.
Here you go, Top Jitsu.
Let me turn you up.
Yeah, you're right there.
Oh wait, how do I turn you up when we're in a direct
bro,
messages like this?
How can you not have anybody following you?
What, viewing right now? We just started up.
Oh, did you just start up?
Yeah, we just went live right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, bro, you're going for a partner. I know that.
No.
When I tell people, "Oh, he's going for partner,"
Well, I mean, I
Husband's like,
think honestly,
"Really?
anybody
Is
that's
he?"
anybody that is an
Well,
affiliate, like,
everybody's
is
going for
eventually going
partner.
for partner. But there's a
Yo,
very
bro,
specific process to push for partner, right? And I think people will put
I
it in their
know,
streams.
I know. But having said that,
Mm,
I've been following you for many months. I've been shadowing. I don't have time to be honest, chat with every channel that I follow.
oh shit, I got
I
one.
have 4 screens. I try to follow as many people that I find that are relevant
Yeah.
to one of them. Um, so the content is one thing. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I mean, we have what? There's me and you talking. There's nobody else on the stream.
Yeah, we're chilling.
So yeah, well, which is fine. So I'll be honest with you. It doesn't always have to do with the content. To be honest,
What, for streaming?
I don't care. I don't care if you're streaming marbles.
Man, we've
I
been
don't
watching
care if
streams
you're
all night, bro.
streaming anything else. It's not important. It's the connection that you have with your streamers.
Yeah, I agree.
You know Donnie Bonnie,
Yeah, of course.
obviously.
We were just in
So,
our stream.
exactly. So Donnie Bonnie has um a group of individuals um that are amazing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna say that I'm fucking 31, 28. Okay, I'm 42. I'm going to be 43 on Monday.
It's almost your birthday.
Okay, it is, and I have a wife. I have a son. And you think that at my age I'd be like, fucking, it's fucking time to get to business.
But you have your own business.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you do know that.
Yeah.
You do. Thank you. Not many people would remember that. So yes, I do own my own IT business. But at night times, she watches movies, and I'm here having fun with you guys. And I
Hell
try
yeah.
to tell her that, you know what? These people that I'm spending my time with are my friends.
It's a
After
good time, bro.
everything that happened with COVID, I lost many friends.
Yeah.
Okay? And I don't want people to start fucking feeling bad for me. That's not what I'm trying to do. And I assume that you know me enough to know that that's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, we're just
And
here
I'm
to
pretty sure
have
that you feel the
conversations, you
same
know?
thing. Families have been disrupted from this fucking bullshit.
100%.
And when I say this fucking bullshit, I'm not saying that COVID is real or false.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't want to. I don't want to put my position on that. What I want to put my position on is too many friendships, too many families have been ruptured by, according to me, not according to you, according to me, by false narratives.
False
Now,
narratives, you're saying?
yes.
Yeah.
Now you can be okay with that or against that. That's it's your stream, it's your choice. Um, I'm just saying that throughout the last 2 years, what the governments and governments with a S, with plurals, not the Canadian government, not the U.S. governments, in general, the governments have worked very hard to push us against each other. And for me, that is despicable. Um, I'm from Italian roots,
Italian.
which, yeah. Well, so if you really want to have my real history,
More Italian.
I'm 50% German Jewish,
Mm.
25% Italian from Sicily,
All right.
and 25% Tremblay
What?
from deep Quebec roots.
Oh, okay, okay. I wasn't sure what
Okay?
that was. Say that again?
No, Tremblay.
Tremblay.
Yes, TARAMBLAY. why. For
AY.
people that want to search how deep that family lineage goes.
Schramm.
Okay.
Oh, it's a family or what is it? Terrelin,
Oh
you
no,
should get this game, dude.
it's one of the biggest Quebec families on planet Earth.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a deep root in French Canadian history.
Mhm.
Having said that, and that wasn't the point of what I was saying.
Yeah.
What I was saying is that being that type of person, I see that some people have no respect for the streamers, no respect for the followers, and that really pisses me off.
How so? And you don't have to be specific, like with which
Oh
people,
no,
but like,
I'll be specific. I'll be
mhm.
specific.
All right.
I will not with names because names have nothing to do with it. Um, this issue is on Twitch. Okay,
Mhm.
so for Twitch people that are listening, this is not Top Jitsu's point of view. This is Anax with a capital A underscore BC's point of view.
Underscore BC.
Yes. So what you are doing by permitting people to go on fucking hot tub pools and not being sanctioned for anything is your choice, which is fine. You want to get more money? That's fine. You want to make a category for that? That's fine.
They did, right? Didn't they have to? There was a lot
Yes.
of that going on. And they ended up having to make a what is it? Pools,
True.
pools,
True. Pools and
something,
hot tubs.
pools, hot tubs, and recreation or something like that.
But having said that, other people that stream, if they go outside of the TOS, okay, should not be sanctioned. If people like, and I will take one name, which is super popular, and I have nothing against her because she has an empire, Amaranth.
Who we were just watching, right? We were just watching
Okay?
Amran.
So if she can fucking lick plastic ears, go in a fucking hot tub, which many fucking people do, and I feel, I mean, fuck, bro, I'm not 18.
Yeah.
I'm not 18, Top Jitsu. I'm, fuck, I'm 42.
It's almost your
turning
birthday, bro.
43 on Monday, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love tits. I love ass.
Yeah.
But this fucking Twitch system has not been designed for that.
So you're
And
saying
what they have, well, what I'm trying to say is that by permitting these people, and don't get me wrong, these people, I'm not saying they're bad people.
Yeah.
Okay? They're taking advantage of what's offered to them. Okay? So for these people, and take Cameron, for example, we know Shell has a 1.6 million fucking empire per month.
Yeah, she's raking it in, dude.
If you don't know, go and look at the fucking documentary on fucking Netflix. Okay?
Is there a
And that's
documentary?
not just for you. That's not just for you. That's for your 3 viewers.
I didn't even know there was a documentary on Netflix.
No, there's a fucking documentary on
Is
Netflix.
there?
Yeah, there is.
Oh
There
shit.
is. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that
And
out.
she talks about how she gets hassled and how she gets people to send her fucking pretty intense, disgusting messages.
Like what?
Oh man, it just.
I mean, I'm sure
gives
she's used to
you-
it, right?
No, it just gives you a. You know, we thought that she was fucked up. A lot of people think she's fucked up for what she's doing.
For the content that she
people
puts out on
say-
Twitch?
Yeah.
No
if
way.
You would see what people would say,
Mm.
she's not fucked up. People watching her are fucked up.
For the way that they interact with her, or for
Yeah,
watching the content that she
in
puts out?
general, in
Oh,
general.
okay.
I've been on at certain times. She doesn't really post this very often, but sometimes she'll post a sleep stream.
Oh yeah, I think
This
I've
is
seen one of
something
those.
for me. I'm 42. I don't get it. Okay? I mean, maybe at a certain point, somebody can explain to me why there's 790 people looking at her sleeping.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, if you can give me a good answer, I would be more than interested in knowing about it. If
Why they're
not,
watching her sleep?
she ain't moving. I mean, I'm just maybe expecting she farts, which will make it fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Seriously, besides farting, what the fuck is interesting while she's sleeping?
Yeah.
She's not naked. She's not naked.
But she wears
Okay?
like PJs, right? She's got like PJs and she's
Yeah,
got.
but she wears PJs, which are long fucking pants PJs and a fucking full top.
Okay.
So she can't say that she's using a fucking skimpy PJ. That's bullshit.
Okay.
So and I mean fuck, we can go on this for hours at Top Jitsu. I know you say when we're in different streams that you're not going for a partner. I know from other streams that you're trying to.
Well, I mean, it's
Okay?
an end goal, right? Like it's not. It's
Well,
not. There's a
of course it
specific.
is.
There's like a time
You're not
set.
doing it on purpose to go for that. There's no time set, but you would like to be partnered.
Yeah, I think if the
No, like
question
we're
is Top
only
Jitsu,
3.
would you like to be a Twitch partner? The answer is yes, right?
Of course.
Of course, of course. There's no reason that you
Of
wouldn't want
course.
to be a partner.
Anybody would want to be partner. And I would like to be partner too. I just don't have the time to create content.
Right.
I have a son, I have a wife,
You got a business. You got a birthday on
I
Monday.
have a business. There you go. So you know it. I
Got
have a
fucking
personal
shit to do.
business. So I have a whole bunch of shit. So my business ain't doing too great since COVID. I'm about at 30% of my revenue, which makes it very hard. So I'm looking into maybe shutting down my company, which would
Oh shit. It's that
that would
far, huh?
heartbreak me. Yeah, heartbreak me to go and work for somebody else.
Damn.
So yeah. So, but you know what? When you need to take care of your family, bro, you need to take care of your family.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
got
I
to make
don't
that
have
decision,
any
right?
other word to say that.
And I'm sure this
So
isn't
I
a
got
decision that
offered
you
a
would be
job.
making in like a week, right? This is something that
Well,
you've been
listen to
thinking.
me. I got offered a job by. So I'm not okay. Let me put this
Yeah, me
straight
too, Tara.
for anybody that's listening. Okay, okay. There's only 3 people. Whatever. If ever this comes out as a clip, I am not an anti-vaxxer. I want to say this right, top. So give me a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Um, I support and accept everybody that decides to get the vaccines, or vaccines with the triple booster. Um, I'm okay with you guys. My dad is 76, and we live in Canada. And the only province that hasn't dropped the mandates yet is BC, which, oh, if you look at my name, Top Jitsu, it's annex
Underscore BC.
There you go. So I'm in the only province that has not yet removed the Vax passport. Okay?
Removed it. Wait. Removed or implemented?
No, removed. It was implemented throughout Canada.
All over
Every
Canada.
province. Oh yeah, every province
Interesting.
has removed it, but BC. So, I mean, in general terms, it says okay, you can't go to restaurants.
But how can you do that
They
by
don't give a shit.
province? Like it's
well, in Canada, it's like in the States.
yeah.
So you're in Australia.
I'm
Am I right?
in Costa Rica in Central America.
Okay, Costa Rica. So I would say that Canada is really close not the same by far to the U.S. in terms of politics.
Right.
So
Well, you have
the federal
your federal
government,
government and your provincial government, right? Those are two things.
exactly. So the
But if it's
federal government
international
does not
travel,
get to give the provinces, they don't get to give them orders. The
but how? But if it's
provinces take care
international
of
travel,
themselves.
leaving the country, right?
Yeah,
Leaving Canada.
that's different. So international travel falls into federal jurisdiction.
Right, which is why the question, like vax passports, like if you have,
That is correct. Well, we have vax passports for traveling.
okay,
That's
let me
one
ask you a
thing.
different question. Do you have to
Yeah,
use your
go ahead.
passport to travel within the country?
You want to get worse than that? I'll be honest with you. If I want to go to a restaurant,
Yeah,
I can't.
because of
Is
your passport
that
status.
enough fucked up for you?
Well, that's something. There have been conversations about that, right? Where it's kind of
There you
like
go.
a social credit. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
this is gonna be
Fuck.
something that they might
I'm
implement.
sorry. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm not part of the Chinese fucking community.
right.
And look at me. When I say that, I have nothing against Chinese people.
Right.
Do not get me wrong with my comment, okay? Because I've been targeted often by saying that I'm against Chinese people.
Well, who's targeting you? Like, we're
Um,
talking about social media, right?
bro, you should see the emails I get from newspaper and government. I have a
Wow.
couple of websites that I actually post on, so I'm I'm not shielded by. Not many people want to shield me. Okay,
Yeah. Oh,
let's put
fuck.
it that way. Um, I'm the type of independent journalist that will put the truth out there, and I get under fire pretty much every day. My my lawyer's fees are through the roof, but I will not stop continuing to share what I think is the truth.
Well, I think you should have your own opinion, right? Everybody should have their own opinion. I think
Exactly.
we should be less scared
It's an
about talking
opinion.
about those, right?
No, because if we stop talking about it, we give power to the wrong people.
Well,
We
I said we
need to
give power,
talk
maybe
about
not to
this.
the wrong or the right people, but to other
Um,
people. You know what I mean? Like,
thank
this
you.
is your
Yes,
opinion. It's yours, you
exactly.
know? So it's kind of difficult, you know, regardless
Yes.
of, you know, what the system is that's in place, whatever. But it's like, if we, I mean, we already relinquished, I think, right? Because, and I can understand, we have a lot of humans on this planet. There are so many people that another system or a different system of government would be difficult. Like, where we have elected officials that make decisions for a mass, right? That, it's very strange. Like I told you before, it's like for me, I wasn't around when the rules were made, so therefore they don't apply to me. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, it's kind of comical, but at the same time, it's like I really, really live that way where it's like, all right, I think I have a good moral compass. I have empathy for others. So I'm not going to do anything I'm not going to intentionally go out there and live my life in a way that's going to destroy others or hurt other people in a conscious way. You know what I mean? Like if you want to go fucking micro with it, it's like every time I step outside, I probably step on at least one ant. You know what I mean? I probably step on these bugs. I'm probably killing something every time I take a step. So, I mean, I can't be that focused on it, but at the same time, I'm not going to go out there and try to do bad things that are going to affect people badly. Like why would that be in my
Totally.
heart? You know what I mean?
Totally.
But
Totally.
when it comes to like the law and what is good and what is evil and what and I don't know how, like legislation that kind of governs that, it's like I kind of just don't subscribe to it. You know, I'm not doing anything
Well,
crazy. I'm not hurting anybody. So it's like if I can live that way and I can afford to live that way and not have to think about, you know, who's in charge or who's making these rules, if I can disregard them just with my lifestyle, then I'm like, I'm cool. I'm cool, but I just don't think that we have a way to live a different way at this point because there's so many humans. Like if we just like do away with the government, right? If we just do away with the government 100% and it's gone, that would be a little chaotic. I mean, we have international commerce. We have a lot of things set up, systems that are in place based off of kind of a
210%.
centralized system, right? So I don't know a different way. I'm not saying I have the answer, but I do know that we should definitely have our own opinions about things. And if we have some kind of centralized system that wants to control that, I think that's a problem. I think that's definitely a problem.
It becomes I totally agree with you. It becomes a problem when they centralize everything and it's not in accord of the mainstream people.
Absolutely.
So,
Porgani is saying anarchism society would
currently,
be insane on a
yeah,
lot of murder and death. I agree. I agree,
yes.
bro.
So currently we have a lot of trust. Well, I don't, but there's still a lot of trust in media, which I think is biased or corrupted. This is my personal opinion.
Sure.
Um, I'm from Canada, and the only people that have actually, because I've been in Ottawa, and the only people that portrayed what's happening in Ottawa the right way is Fox News.
Interesting.
People might hate Fox News in the States because it goes like they're fucking supposedly Trump supporters. Okay, remove the United States
From the
from the
equation.
whole fucking story.
Yeah.
How come is the left side or the right side media of Fox News looking into Canada? Well, there's a reason. About 2 weeks ago, Justin Trudeau put out an emergency act to take care of the convoy. And I want to make this simple.
Okay, so this was
Agree.
this was a result of the convoy that's going on, right?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
directly okay.
So I want to be quick, and I don't want to get people mad on this thing. And so the convoy got to Ottawa. The Ottawa police permitted them to enter the Ottawa city capital on a red carpet.
Okay.
After that happened, obviously they occupied Ottawa on Wellington Street, which is the street in front of the Parliament, where the Toronto police or the Ottawa police directed them to go.
All right.
That's issue number one. Then they wanted it off there, and they said, "Fuck it, we ain't moving until these fucking mandates are dropped."
So local law enforcement directed them to go that way just because reasons, right? So now they're saying, okay, local law enforcement did it, and maybe because they're going towards a capital city, they're like, okay, this is now a state of emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Having said that,
Yeah.
now there's been, like in any protest, and you're not in the States, but you've seen what happens in the States, let's say in Portland.
Yeah. Yeah,
where
things get complicated.
They burn shit down.
Yeah.
Okay, and I can name a couple of other American cities, but that's neither here or there.
But that's a big one, right? That's where a lot of that was going on. Wasn't there like a separatist state or something that they're trying to set up there?
Chicago.
Yeah.
They've burned down fucking cities. While CNN, and once again, don't take my comments to a T. Do your own research, okay? But when CNN says it's not true, and there's flagrant fucking videos going against their narrative,
right?
Draw your own conclusions, okay?
Well, wasn't I think something important? He's saying the funny thing is, man. What's up, Damon? What's going on? The funny thing is, man named Rupert Murdoch actually owns both sides of political news in all Commonwealth countries. And in most American countries, so his networks decide what people see and consume.
How do you know him?
Interesting.
How do you know him?
Porygani's very tapped in, man. No, this is Porygani.
Top Jitsu.
Yeah, that's Porygani talking.
That is one of my top.
Oh, fuck.
That's one of my top sources.
Yeah, we're just tapping in here, Damon. That's one of your top sources, you're saying?
Yeah. How do you know him?
Porygani said it, not me. He's in our chat.
Really? Fuck.
Oh shit.
So okay. So we have is he in chat currently?
Yeah. Yeah, you can read what he's saying.
Okay. So what I'm a multitasker, but not as much when I've had too much whiskey.
Oh yeah.
But
How much whiskey have you had tonight, actually? Because we were talking, you said it was like, all right, I'm gonna go get 3 more ounces. I'm gonna get 3 more ounces.
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
you
how
want
many
me to be
3 ounces
honest?
did you have, bro?
All right. You want me to be honest?
Yeah, how much did you?
I was gonna go for another shot, and my 40 pounder is empty.
Oh
Okay.
shit! All right,
But wait, my wife can drink.
it's a lot
Okay,
of whiskey.
so she's sleeping in the sofa in the living
And she
room.
watches movies while you do streams, right? That's how that
Yes,
works.
yes.
Okay, cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
oh man,
So
you're
could it
good.
be possible
You
that
know
you are
me.
drawing from the same well, so to speak?
Sort of. Yes,
All right, cool.
yes. But having said that, even though I'm drunk, this has been on my mind for fucking 2 years.
Yeah,
So being drunk or not, it's been overshadowing every decision, everything that I've been doing for 2 years.
yeah. And if you own a
Um,
business, right, you can't make
yes,
decisions like
I
you
was gonna
can't
say
take
that.
decisions lightly.
I own a business.
Yeah,
So I'm currently in the dilemma of, do I relinquish my business and go for a full-time job, which currently they're paying at a fucking ridiculous amount of money per hour?
uh-huh.
Because every company, Safeway, Quality Foods, Freshco, which are three top groceries, Walmart, and other, are paying to start $25 an hour.
And this is like minimum
This
wage
is
kind of stuff,
how
or like,
bad they're in. That's how bad they're looking for people.
oh, they want people badly, so they
Oh,
can.
they have in Canada, the support package that people get,
Yeah,
okay, does not promote them to go and get work. And
right, right. So you have to kind
that's
of
a
like
sad
coax people
part.
back into the workforce after, first of all, so
Well,
much time.
sort of.
Like
It
your
all
work muscles
depends.
atrophy, right? You're just like, dude, I don't want to do
I
this.
get that, Top Jitsu, but to be honest with you, um, and I'm going to be the devil's advocate on this,
Yeah.
is I think Canada does not want to be people to be too bright. And that comes into many countries that want to keep their citizens.
Wait, that's a good question. Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Yeah.
$200 a day, starting at
Mm-hmm.
$200 a day at
Yeah.
like bagging groceries, stocking shelves?
Yeah.
No shit.
Currently, I was offered because I've been okay. I'll give you a little bit of my background.
All right.
The important thing in my life, I have a son. Okay, he's
Wait,
15
$400
currently.
a month? Wow.
Yeah, which is to be honest, when you have a kid, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, my son's 15.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do everything in my power to be in every association of any sport for minor people.
Right.
So I was president of the Minor Hockey Association for 4 years. I've dropped that. Now I am vice president of the Minor Hockey Association. And my point is trying to give kids opportunities to get out of the house system that might not be working well.
Right.
Get away from the school system that might not be working for you. And if everything is working for you,
And this is outside
somewhere
of their
down,
regular education,
yes,
right? So this has nothing to
exactly.
do with their school whatsoever.
Nothing to do with school.
Okay.
My wife is she's a special age teacher,
All right.
so she helps out people with special needs.
Okay.
And I'm an IT person, so I'm a computer IT during the day. But over weekends and nighttime, I become a baseball
Superhero.
coach.
No.
Oh no, I become a baseball coach.
I'm Batman.
I'm the vice president of minor baseball,
Mm.
and you know, for me, it's very important. I don't care what happens to me. I'm not sure how old you are.
35.
35. Okay, so I look at your future. Okay, your future, my son's future, is by far more important than my future. I've
I can
lived.
understand that. Like, I don't have kids of
I've
my own,
lived
but like once you have your
exactly.
own children, right? It's something
I've
different.
lived. I've lived many years with my life. I've enjoyed every year of my life.
Sure.
Um, have I made all the best decisions? Fuck no.
I don't think any of us do.
Um, did I decide to take speed and ecstasy? Yeah.
Yeah?
Was
I
that
think
the
a lot
best
of us also
decision?
make those decisions.
I would say that, yeah, that was a good decision.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I've experimented things that other people will never.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you've taken ecstasy, you know what I'm talking about. And
Yes.
if you haven't, too bad for you. Um, there's no, I don't know how else to put it.
Well, I mean, there are drugs out there that are considered illegal, right? Or it's just like, well, you
Well, I
can't do
mean,
this because there's no medical.
yo,
I mean,
bro,
again, I wasn't
they're
around when
all
they made the
illegal.
rules, so therefore they don't apply to me. You know what I mean? As long
They
as I'm not
are.
fucking with other people, like if I'm just having a good time, and it's like, man, why not? There won't be a future for anyone under the age of
No,
25 if we
no,
don't
true.
fix the
So,
environment.
so under
Facts.
TOS,
Uh huh.
under TOS, I do not.
Under
Uh,
TOS.
fuck
What?
me.
Twitch TOS?
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Fuck, I'm trying
Look,
to help your stream
I'm
here.
100% open to talking about like these are important things. You know what I mean? These are important
It is.
things. They're
No,
fun
it's not just
things.
important things. It's things that happen in real life.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
These are real
happening to
stories, man.
teenagers. It's happening to teenagers currently.
Mhm.
Okay, and the governments are fucking turning their heads, and that is really, really by far what bothers me. When you think, and I mean, as harsh as this is gonna sound,
Mhm.
when you take an old grandma's life and put it at the same level as a 16-year-old person's life,
Right.
you're fucked up. Okay? I'm sorry.
So you're saying
Oh, yes. Well,
why
go ahead.
can't? What am I doing wrong with this?
I will answer you. I have an answer for whatever you're gonna say.
No,
Go
no.
ahead.
I want clarification on what you're saying. So what
Yeah.
you're saying basically is that somebody that has more years ahead of them, right?
hmm
I mean, logically speaking, there's more there to protect, right? Is that what you mean?
Okay. So I want to be fair in what I'm saying, and I want people to understand clearly
Mhm.
where I'm coming from.
Now, I
This
understand why
is
you're saying
not,
this
yeah,
carefully,
this is
but
not the step on
towards the middle. Yeah.
elderly people. This is not the step on people with other health conditions.
Right,
I'm just saying that people that are healthy
right.
and that are going forward, that's how life goes. Forget about the vaccine, forget about COVID, forget about all that. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's put back the world how it was before COVID. Did
Still
we
shit,
actually
right?
make
Still shit, but
every
different.
no, yeah, no, I 100% it's still shit.
Yeah.
But would you give 100% of your liberties to save elderly people?
I wouldn't give my 100% of my
I'm
liberties
being
for it.
honest with what I'm putting. So they can fucking ban me. I don't give a shit.
Well,
But
no, be
this is
forward
your
and
stream, so
honest, but
you can
like I
abstain
don't
from
see a
answering.
situation where I would have to make that choice. You know, like I live my life in
Here
a
you go.
way where that decision
Thank
that decision wouldn't be something that I would have to weigh in on. You know what I
Good.
mean? So
In
it's difficult to
Canada,
answer.
well, in Canada, it's a question that you have to answer all the time.
How so?
So, well, either you decide to get vaccinated,
Mhm.
or you're deemed a person that does not have regard for other people's lives,
Okay.
which, according to me, is wrong.
I think I've seen that conversation
Um,
in many places, right?
I know, and I mean
Like
this is a
that's something that
conversation that can go. I
it's
mean,
nothing new,
fucking
it's something that we've heard before,
no,
right?
I know. So that's why it's very hard for me to talk about this conversation in any social or any online gathering.
Right.
Is that they were able to divide people so bad that
Yeah,
we
things are
can
pretty
no
polarized, right?
longer agree. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
no longer agree to disagree, which I thought that agreeing to disagree is an integral part of democracy,
Right.
one, and an integral part of society to understand each other. And when you're told that you're not allowed to agree to disagree, that's a direct violation of not only civil rights, it's a direct violation of what you feel in your heart.
Right. I think actually one step further, and
Yeah.
Porigani has a good point. Well, no matter what your money is owned by a Rothschild, even without
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah. And Damon is saying, man, the young have a moral duty to take care of elderly people.
I
I think both of
yes,
these things are true. Something else,
I know, I get that, but
well,
to
something
what
else like on
extent?
your point, actually, what you're
To
saying is that
what
agreeing to
extent do you
disagree
then
is something that we
use
can no
your
longer do. I think it
yeah?
goes even further than that. It's not that we can no longer agree to disagree, it's that we can't even discuss anymore. We can't
No,
even get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, I found that I disagree with you on this because of this conversation. I found that I
yeah,
disagree. We can't even get to that point because
no,
conversation about topics is being stifled. Not just
yeah.
your stance on it, but
The
even
whole
discussing it is
conversation is
being
blocked.
exactly
Yes,
all of that. Things
and
people are getting
that's
banned for
what's
having
wrong.
conversations like this, which I think
That
is
is wrong.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, definitely ridiculous. It's wrong. It's the and I get what other people are saying, and obviously, while I'm talking to you, I'm a multitasker, but when I talk to somebody, I try to concentrate my brain on what I'm saying, so I'm not reading chat.
Yeah.
Uh, but I do understand people that say, yeah, we have to protect our vulnerable people,
Right.
and I just want to make sure that chat knows that I'm not against that point of view. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
Well,
just
I
saying
don't think
that
they think you are.
are we gonna protect the elderly people at the cost of our young people?
Porygon is saying also the elderly have knowledge. Society won't advance without the
Yes.
knowledge of elders.
Oh well, that's a different point. Okay. So let's not, according to me, let's not mix apples and pears. The knowledge of the elder people compared to the young people, true, they do have better knowledge. But to put that into the COVID factor is just not right.
Well, I think we need more
Okay?
context, right? Because the
Thank
thing
you.
is, like, I've been out of these discussions. I've been, like, purposely outside of what's going on. So if you're taking a stance on something, there's probably some background. Or if you're making a statement, there's some
Um,
background that I just don't understand. So
Definitely.
when you're saying that in context of COVID, it has to be
Hmm.
different, right? Or if you're
Yes.
saying you have an opposing point or something like that, can you
Hmm.
explain a little bit about what that means for you in Canada?
Most definitely.
And
I
Damon's
have
saying
no.
we need to understand that the truth is relative and that there is no
Oh, of
absolute
course.
truth. Absolutely, I
No,
agree too.
there is no truth, and it's a question of choice at 100%. So I want to make that clear to everybody.
Yeah, what does that
Um,
mean to you in Canada? Like what's been
so
happening there?
so in Canada, currently, if you're unvaccinated, you cannot leave the country. It's hard to go between provinces, which, according to our Charter of Rights, nothing can impede in our right to move within our country
Within the country.
or leave our country, or
Or
even leave our
leave.
country.
Okay, okay.
Now, having said that, you have to think of other countries' jurisdiction, which, okay, might not permit unvaccinated people from
Oh,
entering
right.
the
There's two
country.
sides of
Okay,
this, right?
so that's a different thing. So if a country decides that they don't want unvaccinated people in their country, okay, I get that. But from your own country that prevents you
Right.
from traveling out, that goes. It doesn't go against every country's charter, but it definitely goes against the charter of freedoms and rights of Canadian people.
So in Canada, they're saying that leaving the country, like that side of it, because of course you have leaving countries, and then is like, does that country want you in the first place if you haven't had a vaccine, or
I could
if you
go for the
don't?
states. I've spoken to the U.S. Embassy,
An advanced license,
and
okay.
I've asked for a not for asylum,
Uh huh.
because Canada's not that much into that bad, but I've asked for an emergency citizenship to the U.S.
Based on,
And they asked me, and they asked me why, and I said exactly why. I said, well, I feel that this free country is losing its freedom.
right.
I no longer have a freedom of speech, because if I say that I don't agree with the vaccine mandates, I get fucking bashed on. And having said that, being against the vaccine mandates is not being against the vaccine. Okay?
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, they're two
And
different things,
being
right?
against the COVID vaccine does not make you an anti vaxxer. Many people I know got every vaccine under the sun for them and their kids,
Right.
just not the COVID vaccine. So you cannot put them under the same umbrella as unvaccinated people, anti vaccine people. These are people that I know, and I've been in the public industry for so long, being retail, being president of minor hockey, being vice president of minor baseball in my city. These families are genuinely in distress. And when they ask questions to their government, they have no fucking answers to give them.
The government has no
That is
response, you're
what is,
saying.
yes, that is very, for me, it's very distraughting. Um, I'm not a political person. I never was interested in politics.
In being a politician
Uh,
or following politics?
no, in general,
In general.
being a politician or following politics, because it's fucking bullshit. Okay,
Yeah, I think it's
um,
something
I
that I
think
don't
you've known me
understand
for
to a
long enough
degree.
that I'll be straightforward with you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I think politics in general are bullshit.
It's interesting. It's interesting because I think like where politics, like there's so much that we don't see, there's so much that we don't understand, and in the on the same token, it's like it's kind of what we're seeing as a front of what's running the world. So if you want to interact with anything that's happening in
Oh
your world, you have to
man,
go by that avenue. But at the same
bro,
time, I think
you
we
want some
also know that
info?
it's like, what is this avenue
You
even
want some
real?
info, and you want stuff to look at, and for your viewers that want to look into what I have to say.
Yeah, Damon is
So
saying what someone's feeling is not necessarily the truth or the rational move. When
no,
someone is coming in my house, it has to obey my house rules. Yeah, 100%.
that
Porygon is
is, you know
saying
what, that
there's a
is,
saying that I've always loved
yes.
about freedom. One form of control is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. Another form is where you can't see the bars and you think you're free. Yeah, 100%. 100% I
Oh,
agree.
bro, that is a great statement.
And I think it's really like
That's a great
directed
statement.
towards politics, like what we're just talking about right now. It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of both, right? Where you can see it's like these are the avenues you have to follow to affect change
Mm-hmm.
in a way that's going to impact you and your community, right? But at the same time, it's like, okay, but is this even what it is? Is this even what it is? It's like this is the only
It
way that
is
you have to do it. And at the
so
same time,
hard.
it's like, okay, this is all also trash. You know what I mean? So it's
Oh,
like making decisions, like political decisions and sharing
mm-hmm.
political views. It's something that I'm just like, man, I just zoom out. I just zoom out. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, man, it's
Dude,
difficult because, and
well,
something else,
they're
I'm
doing it
not
on
in North
purpose.
America too. I'm in
According
Central
to
America,
me,
completely different.
they're doing it on purpose to make it so fucking complicated on who to vote for. They're playing petty politics
Mm-hmm.
to try and get as many votes as they can. At a certain point, it has nothing to do with the growth of the community, the growth of the people around it.
Right? It seems kind
Most
of
of
like a
the time, it has to
popularity
do with their
contest.
own personal agenda, but nothing to do with the people. and people tend to get drawn in. And I mean, if people are listening and you're one of those, sorry, I'm not trying to bash on you guys.
Well,
Some people are just followers. So whatever they say on CNN, they will go for it.
so like
Now,
basically
I'm
people
not saying
that
that
tend to
CNN is
believe the
wrong on
narrative
everything.
and
Pardon
people
me?
that don't, right?
Well, I'm not
Because there's
saying that
definitely a
the
narrative that's
narrative
being
is
put out.
necessarily wrong. I'm just saying that in general, people should never, never, ever trust just one source.
I think that's true.
Do your research. I have been fooled by CNN, like many of you. I've been fooled by Fox. That's in the States, and I'm Canadian. I've been fooled by CBC in Canada. I've
What's
been fooled
CBC?
by CBC is the Canadian broadcast, so it's
Something.
paid by the government.
Okay, okay.
So it's a mainstream media, which
So
I
like
call
what? Like BBC for
no. To be honest, I think BBC is way more open, way more open than CBC. So in the States, you have majorly. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong because I'm not from the States, but majorly you have central to central left to hard left wing media.
I wish I knew. Like when you say right or left
Okay.
to me, when we're
Okay.
talking about like
I,
politics, like I don't even go that far. And
okay. So
especially now where
I
it's
don't
like
want
such
to.
a
I don't want to
nuanced
make your
thing.
stream, yo, bro. I don't want to make your stream politics. So
Well, no, I mean,
I don't
I'm
want to
not
go
saying
there.
don't do it. And first of all, like I think first you need to like I want to hear what you think, not so much what you think it is what is appropriate to say. Like I want to have
No.
a conversation with you, and don't even worry about the stream. Like
Okay.
if you can like tap into chat so you can like have a conversation with the points that people are making also that would
Yeah.
be cool, but I wouldn't be concerned about who's listening or who you might offend. Like I know
Well.
that you're a
Okay.
business owner and you've run into some
Okay.
issues in your hometown and just your
Yes.
community because of the things that you say. But this is like a completely open space and like
Okay.
just say what you want. Like I'm inviting
Well,
you to like
whatever.
speak your mind
Whoever's in
because
the
you can't do it other
stream.
places, right?
I know, and that's what's very hard. So whoever's in the stream, I'm not there to bash on you guys. In BC, so in British Columbia, this is one of my major issues. My son's 15, okay, and he plays in
15,
hockey
1-5, right? 1-5,
1-5. That is
15.
correct, and he plays on the representative hockey team for the city in British Columbia. So he's part of the double A team. Now, since the beginning of the season, I have not been allowed to watch one of his games because
One of his games or
at
any of
that
his games? Like you mean
any
any of
any
them? Okay.
any because I'm unvaccinated. Okay. Um, I decided, me and my wife, to take that choice because we wanted to wait until there's actually further research on the long terms effects of that vaccine, which some people might agree, some people won't.
Right.
And I mean, that's what makes a free society free, is the freedom of deciding what you want to. So when we heard that Justin Trudeau in Canada was actually talking about these people that didn't want to get the vaccine as fringe people, misogynists, racists,
Wow.
tin,
That's a lot to
tinfoil.
be based on
No,
a vaccine,
seriously,
right?
seriously, look it up. And I mean, people from around the world have not heard that. And I mean, this is not like, oh, hidden behind cam. No, this was fucking on public TV. So
Wow.
he treated us unvaccinated as, first of all, having unreasonable
Yeah,
point of
did you see that,
views.
Damon? That was a big fish. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Unreasonable point of views, misogynists, racists, um,
But how does that
Fuck,
come
so many
into it?
different words.
How did
It doesn't.
there has to be a conversation that opened up after that? Like I want to stop there
No,
and
it
say,
didn't.
like, did he
It
open?
didn't.
Did he explain
It did
himself?
not. No. And the so what happened is that he put the Emergency Act up to, according to him, give the authority the powers that they needed to clear the convoy in Ottawa.
Right.
Now, having said that, so this law, which is and I'm going to give a history lesson for the 4 people that are in here. This law was passed, which is the Emergency Act, was passed in 1988,
Right.
which is a reform of the War Measures Act, which was put in place by Pierre Elliott Trudeau, which is Justin Trudeau's dad.
All right.
Okay, so if ever you American people, and when I say that, it's not derogatory. Don't get me wrong. A lot of American people, not necessarily don't know all of Canadian history, but by far less Quebec history. Um, so if you go back in Quebec history and you look at what happened on, just type Quebec October 70. Okay?
October
Just type that.
70.
Quebec October 1970.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool. Thank you,
That's
Damon. I appreciate that.
that's before they changed the War Measures Act to the Emergency Act. But in 1970, the War Measures Act was enacted by Pierre Elliott Trudeau, which is currently Justin Trudeau's dad.
War Measures Act.
Yes.
So this is meant to be under a state of war.
Martial law, and all that. Look it up. And they've used it in Quebec during a specific crisis. And that turned into a fucking shit show kerfuffle. So in 1988, they decided to change the War Measures Act to the Emergency Act, and that was by the Conservative Party, which was the opposition from the Liberals.
Okay.
Which would go with a Charter of Rights. So the Charter of Rights in Canada is about like the United States Constitution. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, blah, 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 blah.
And you said 88?
That was in 88.
Okay.
That they've passed this Emergency Act to sort of subvert the War Measures Act, which was a little bit too intense. So if you look at the crisis of 1970 in Quebec, you'll see how bad that crisis was. And
so they wanted to. They made a decision,
Quebec
and then they wanted to scale back on it, right?
There was people abducting people under the FLQ, which was the front movement of the liberation of Quebec for the sovereignty of Quebec.
Okay.
So I'm a French guy from Quebec, but I'm definitely not for the separation of Quebec. Which is funny because I have my mother-in-law that's 100% for the separation of Quebec from Canada, and she treats the Maverick Party as idiots.
And why do people want that? Like, why do they want?
The Maverick. According to me, I've never heard about that until about 2 years ago. So the Maverick Party in Canada, according to what I read, and people don't just take my word for it. Go research. The Maverick Party is for the independence of Western Canada, because BC, Alberta, and Manitoba have 75% of the natural resources of Canada.
Western Canada, okay.
Yes, and 80% of Alberta's money, which they make from their oil, is distributed to Quebec. Okay? So that's how the government of Canada distributes the money. Now, obviously, it has to be transparent. So the Albertan government knows that they're subsidizing Quebec. Now, Alberta has been looking to separate from Canada for a long while. A
Interesting.
long while. Now, separating Canada in the middle of the country makes it hard. So
That
they
causes some
had the
issues.
Well, yeah, because
I
you
could
have
definitely see some
provinces
like
on the
some
east and you have
logistical
provinces
issues
on the
coming
left.
out of that, right? Like,
Exactly, most
yeah,
definitely. But they've gained a lot of actually support in the last 2 years.
interesting.
And that is scaring the shit out of Canada. If they thought they were scared by Quebec wanting to separate, they were scared because of the hydroelectricity that Quebec can supply.
Right.
Now, if Alberta, Manitoba, and BC would separate, this is hypothetically speaking,
Right.
okay? Hypothetically. You know how much resources come out of Alberta for the oil? You know how much resources come out of BC for hydroelectricity and lumber? Eastern Canada has no and I come from Quebec. They have no fucking way to compete. No
Right.
way. I mean, if we're talking about pure GDP.
But what about like
And
processing and stuff like that?
and I
Like
don't
if
want
you
to get too.
switch, like you cut the
Yeah,
country in half, right? You have most of
yeah,
the natural resources in the west. Where is
yeah,
that? Where is that processed? Where is that refined? Is all that
exactly.
done in the east, or like how does that work
No, most of it is processed in the West.
in the
The
west?
East mostly produces hydroelectricity, which is um, heavily sold to the United States. And I mean, once again, no offense to anybody. We're only four on here, so whatever. But still, I still want to put it out there because I think that you've known me throughout the last couple of months that you've been on streams with me. I'm not somebody that wants to tell people off for being assholes for no fucking reason.
Right.
That's not who I am.
Terralyn, first of all, we have people from the U.S. I think Terralyn's in the U.S. I'm in Costa Rica. Porigani is in Australia. And
Mm-hmm.
Damon, I'm not sure where Damon is. I think Damon's in another country here. Um, Final
I just saw
Fantasy,
your chat. I
yes.
wasn't even
I
looking at
actually
the
just
chat.
re-downloaded it.
I
Yeah, but
was
there are
looking
some
at you.
things. There's some things like if you want to tap into the chat, this is what I do when I'm in Discord and I'm also in a stream. What I do is I pull up the stream and I just mute the tab so I can listen through Discord, but I can read the chat. Like that's what I do. I don't know if that would work for you, but like if you're in Discord and in a stream at the same time, then you hear the
My
echo.
conversation is not on Discord.
Romania.
It's not on chat.
Okay, Romania. Got you. Damon's from Romania.
Okay, sweet. So our current conversation is not going on your channel. Am I
Oh
right? Or
shit.
is it?
What's that? What are you saying?
Said my current conversation with you. Is it going on chat or is it just between me and you?
Oh no. Like we're
I don't care. I don't care.
no. We're streaming this. Like
Okay,
people
good,
are
perfect,
weighing in on
perfect.
the conversation.
That's
You know what I
fine.
mean?
That is. I'm and please. I can't read while I'm talking. I have sort of ADHD, so it's very hard for me to read while I'm. If people have questions, um, please give them to me. So for people that are watching, asking questions, I'm from Canada. I have a very good understanding of Canadian policies. I've tried to make my way um, as high as possible about American policies. Policies around the world uh, currently are hard to actually understand because they are fluctuating so much for the last year and a half since I've given a lot of my time to politics because I think that what's happening now will influence our children, our children's children, and our children's grandchildren. I don't really care what happens to me. I'm 43. I've lived a good life.
On Monday,
Uh,
43 on Monday.
43 on Monday. Thank you, Talk Jutsu. Um, so I've lived 42, close to 43 years. I had a good life. I was able to party and whatnot. Um, people that think that the debt that their country has accrued during COVID. Some countries have less of a debt than others. Um, I strongly feel for the American people. Um, Canada is, yeah, not in a good situation, but not as bad.
Well,
But who's
actually,
gonna
that
pay?
kind of I have a question on that
Yeah,
because you
go
said
ahead.
before you wanted to apply for a provisional citizenship or a
Yeah,
in the U.S. Like,
you remember that? Yeah,
What's going different in the U.S. that would make you
thank you.
think that things would be different in the United States than they are in Canada? Like,
Okay.
what benefit would you see to that?
Well, first of all, currently, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Okay.
Because of the
So yeah, currently I
vaccine
cannot
passports,
leave.
right?
Yeah, I cannot leave Canada because I'm not vaccinated. And this is not, and I want to be perfectly 110% clear on this point because people really misjudge and misrepresent
Oh, they really like that.
and
Holy shit.
misunderstand what me and other people are trying to say. Okay? We are not anti vaxxers. We are not opposed to vaccines. I've had, my wife has had, my son has had every vaccine under the sun that's been proven to be effective and safe. When I went to my GP, that's been with me for 18 years,
You're what? You're what?
my GP.
What's
So
that?
my in Canada, my GP is like my family doctor.
Okay, okay, okay. And
Okay,
Porygon is saying the
not sure
funny
how you
thing
call
about
that.
Canada is they're
Yeah.
still part of the Commonwealth and have to follow the Magna Carta, in which all laws and rights there are
That's
based off, and
yes, sir.
some of the
Yes and
things
no.
being
Yes
listed
and no.
go against the Magna Carta and cannot be
Yes,
done without human right repercussions. Okay, general
yes.
practitioner, that's what that is.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right, and a lot of people forget that. Um, which is funny because I would say fucking 98% of people don't have a slightest clue what you just said. Besides me and a couple of people, they fucking don't have a clue. Why? It's because they don't have the information.
And Damon's
So,
saying the times are changing constantly. We need to evolve.
who's saying that, Damon? Man,
Porygon, he said
let
the
me
Magna
let me
Carta.
read. I like to read what people write
Damon
because I like
said,
that.
the times are changing constantly. We need to evolve as a species and a society. And the right way in the future, it will be the old way. And if we want me integrate fully into the tomorrow society, we need to embrace changes as well. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Definitely.
that's something.
Okay.
Things are
Yes.
changing so quickly that if you're not able to roll with the punches, like
Oh
on a
man.
societal level, if you're not able to accept some things, for
Yeah.
example, like societal changes, like people's stance on identity recently has been a really big topic of discussion. But there are some things that affect us on an individual level, which for
Yes.
me, honestly, I'm like, all right, well, if that's, if there are changes happening, like that's cool. That's if that's what you want to do, that's fine. And I've strongly been considering changing my pronouns to thee, thou, just to see if people would refer to me that way. You know what I mean? If we're doing this pronoun game, if everybody's playing with the pronoun game, what's wrong with thee, thou? You know what I mean?
So,
It's like,
so
yo, Top
let me
Jitsu is now thee,
let me
thou.
stall
And if
you
you
there.
don't refer to me as thee, thou, I'll be very upset. Very
Well,
upset, man.
so I have to
I'm going Shakespeare
stop
with
you
this
on that.
shit.
No, no, I have to stop you on that, Top Jitsu.
What?
And I'll tell you why I have to stop you on that.
Why?
We used to, well, no, no, I'll tell you. And I'm pretty sure that anybody that's within that realm of people, okay? When you say that it's a game, for them it's not.
What? You're talking about
But
identity, right?
yes.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I'm not saying don't say what you want to say because it's your stream. I'm just saying that it's a game is not the right position because I get it that they want to have their own identity, but they have to understand that me as a 43 close to within 2 days,
Yeah.
43-year-old man asking me to now acknowledge
Napoleon.
42
Okay.
new pronouns and how to conjugate them in a sentence is not going to work. My
It's difficult, right?
intention, it is. It is. I've tried. Okay. My wife works in a school. Okay. And she has a hard time. And the last thing we want to do is to insult anybody. So I spoke to one specific them. Okay. I'll put it that way, which is um, gender fluid. Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I've known you for a long time, and I'm going to be as direct as I can with you. And I would expect that after 12 years that we've known each other, that you're going to be honest and give me the answers. Because I'm confused out of my fucking mind. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one that's confused. Okay?
Okay, let me question for clarification
Yes.
here.
Yes, go right ahead.
First, let me read what. Okay, so I increased drag a little bit, and
Go
Damon is
ahead.
now
I'm not reading
Napoleon.
chat. I'm not reading chat. I'm
Porygon is
sorry.
saying he's not saying it's a game. He's saying he wants to be a part of it. It's not acting like to
Yes.
degrade it. He just wanted to be involved. Yeah. I want to be
course,
the
of
thou.
course.
I want to be the
Yes.
thou.
Yes.
Now this person that you've known for, you
Yes.
said you've known him for 12 years,
Yes.
and have they been gender fluid the entire time you've known them? Like what? How has that been a thing? Because I know that
they've
recently this whole pronoun thing, of course, is surging from a change in our thought, in the way
Yes.
people are thinking, and a big change, right? So it's something that, of course, a lot of people take very seriously. A lot of
course.
people have no idea
they
about,
should.
and a
And
lot
they
of people
should.
have questions about as well. And
Most
there are a lot of different stances on it. Like, listen, I'm gonna do what I can to respect you as an individual. Although, don't get pissed off at me if I'm meeting you for the first time and I call you the wrong pronoun, and all of a sudden you're up in my face about it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of give and take in this whole conversation, and it's kind